after the initial scare, are you guys happy and relaxed that the film finally did release?
We're very
Yeah, for
happy and
sure.
very relieved. Yeah.
So the first question is for Mr. Malhotra. Do you think religious subjects are a tough nut to crack?
Tell me about it.
No, you tell me about it.
So what was your question about
I
the
said
subject itself?
whether religious subjects are a tough nut to crack in terms of, of course, the kind of
I
how
don't think
everyone is offended so easily.
so. I don't think so, Monica. We should ever tell a religious subject anymore in this country if you can't tell it the way you should. We've had to go through loads of edits, loads of cuts before it could even hit the poster. This is post censor. I mean, before the censor gave it the cards, we gave it the cards.
Right.
Netflix gave it the cards. We all were very, very cognizant of the fact that we shouldn't hurt anybody and we should bring out a right film out with the right sentiment. So let's not do anything wrong. In spite of all that, we have one poster come out and the film stopped without seeing the film. So my firm belief is that when today we read that they should have brought a more detailed itinerary of the court coming out or of the times and a little more. Everybody wants that. If I start making the films for critics, this film wouldn't have released. It couldn't have released. Uh, so we've given it our best. We've given it everything we have. And we're really, really happy right now that the film is garnering all the word of mouth and all the real response that we're getting. When I'm a third generation industry kid, so I know in this industry, when people don't like a film, they won't call you. And if they do, then they will call you even more. So when I get the calls, and I've got them, and when your parents get calls and your parents get forwards from their friends who are getting messages, then or your son gets it, then you know that, okay, the film has spoken. And truly, this film has spoken. It has resonated in a big way. So we are very, very happy for that.
But tell me, why did you name it after the villain of the movie? Is it because you had this fantastic actor on board?
Uh, Actually, we didn't name it after the villain of the film. The book is called Maharaj. And even the play was called Maharaj. So the book that we bought had the name. The play that was done on this book had the same name. So, all of us decided, including Ari, that let's call this is the best name. We tried Karsan versus Maharaj. We tried various names on it. And every time we would come back to this name only. But more than happy to dedicate it to I won't call him a villain. I'll always never call him a villain. For me, he's a man who has an ideology that he believes in. That is correct. And if you've seen the film, he stands his ground till the end. He does not say, "Yes, I'm sorry, I did something wrong." He never says that, I didn't do anything which was non-consensual. In that time, in that era, this was the done thing. The film actually asks a bigger question: that why, as a society, are we letting this happen? Karsan makes you ask a way bigger question that ये हमने क्यों होने दिया? The takeout or your relationship with God is your own. A person a person who comes in as a godman is a bridge, but if that bridge gets corrupt, a lot can happen. So ask the right things. I think what we're saying through the film is much more than just what they're taking it out to be, which is very narrow. Yeah.
But there have been in the recent past we had Sirf Ek Banda Kafi Hai, and then we also had the famous Ashram as well. A few series on these fake gurus. Did you have them in mind while doing this film? Somewhere.
I think I saw a Banda came in after we had completed Maharaj. We finished shooting 3 years ago. So, but if you see Banda has way more heavy duty stuff than what Maharaj has. It has. It was allowed, and it's still there. We weren't. Why? Let the world answer that. But or Ashram has. Oh my God! I mean, Ashram has everything. It's got sex, violence, rock and roll, drugs, everything. So I mean, and these are actually very, very highly rated shows on the platforms. Ashram did very, very well.
Yeah.
Banda did very, very
Yes.
well. So, I mean, I've seen them, but there was no comparison to them. I was making a film about Karsan Das's journey, where his life gets affected because of one incident, and then he decides to write in a paper, and that causes harm to Maharaj, where he decides that, okay, I'll do what it takes for him to bend down to me, till he decides, okay, the last way is I'm going to file a defamation case to a man who was a year, who was in Gwalior Tank High School, actually a headmaster. Uh, and he gets support from the Tejpal Auditorium, Gokuldas Tejpal. I mean, it's such a rich story itself,
Right.
and what we're trying to say is so rich.
Yeah, and then the next one is for Mr. Elawat, Jaideep.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Would you say this is the vilest character that you have played?
Violence.
Vilest.
Not
Vile.
exactly. Not
exactly.
Not exactly. Not exactly. Again, the as Sid sir was saying that we couldn't say so many things because he or the entire team thought that we should not hurt anybody's sentiments or something like that. But there was a part why Maharaj is saying or doing something because he's thinking in a particular way. His thought process is a very different thought process from the common man, and that's why he's doing that. And as Sir said, he was never apologetic about it. He believes in that thought process, and people believed him, and that's how he was operating throughout the world. He was not forcing anything to anyone, and that's what the belief he had as a human being is so true to him. So I don't think he was in his mind the vilest character.
Okay, in his mind,
No, I
and
don't think so.
that's how you also saw him, huh?
Yeah. When you play a character, you have to play the mindset of that character. It's not about if you like the character or not like the character, because if you are playing it, you have to find a belief in his belief, and you operate that way. You not become that person, but you genuinely believe for some time that why he's believing that, why he's behaving in a certain way at certain particular point of time, which is written on a script. There are dialogues on the script, there are situations on the script, and you just jump into it and feel that and make it believable for yourself and then convey it. Otherwise, it won't be believable for the audience.
And you bring a
And
lot of
it's for anyone, for Karsan, for Maharaj, for any character, they have to believe what they are doing as an actor.
but there's a lot of calmness in that character, like even he's not an
Yeah,
So
definitely,
was that
definitely.
inbuilt in the script, or you brought was it that or you brought it?
Well, it was there in the script. It was conveyed through my body and my physicality. That's a different thing. That's how make it. Every actor make it personal. It was there in the script that he's not somebody who shouts at any other person, because in his mind he is way above from all these people. They are just common human being. I'm not. I'm some kind of avatar who's have these powers and everything. So his calmness comes through the mindset of his that he feels like he's a god, or he's a son of God, or something like that, or God man, or whatever, the prophet, or जो भी आप नाम दे रहे हैं उसको. So the calmness comes from there. That होता है ना कि जब कोई इंसान the most powerful person
will not shout,
does not get angry so easily, because he knows that his anger can actually make a difference.
But you're talking of physicality. You undergone a physical transformation. I believe
Yes,
you
we
lost
both.
about 26 kgs for this part.
Yes, almost 26.
Even
Both of
Junaid.
us actually. Junaid
Tell
also
tell
lost
us a
almost
little about
25.
it. How difficult was that, and what all did you do to actually
Oh,
not
it
put
was
more
very difficult.
kilos? Hmm.
It was very difficult in terms of because before that there was a lockdown, and before that we finished Patal Lok. I was heavy that time, and I started losing weight for the next project, which was
Hmm.
not that much, but yeah. But again, in lockdown, everybody's home. There was no workout. There's nothing you can't go out of the house, and I'm a very foodie guy. I eat so much paratha and ghee from Haryana. So
Hmm.
that
Yeah, I
that
was
food
going to ask
made
that. Yeah.
made me very heavy during the lockdown.
Hmm.
And then Maharaj came, and I started working out in September, mid-September, and my shoot starts in Feb 18. If I'm not wrong, February 18 was the first day
Hmm.
for my part, and it took me like almost five and a half months to. But inherently, I don't have the tendency to gain weight. So yeah, because first 10-15 kg went just like that, because if you handle your food properly, first of all, like
Hmm.
80% is the food. Thanks to my trainer, Prajwal Shetty. He's
Okay.
amazing. He took that responsibility to make me eat right and sleep time, say, and work out. There's only three things we could do: eat, sleep, work out.
And has Patal too been locked? I mean, or do you have to put on weight again for it?
No, no, we have done it. It's
You've
gone.
done it.
I mean, we have shot
So
it.
you're
Now
so
it'll
you're in
release
safe
very soon.
space,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
And Junaid, mm, uh, Junaid,
Yes,
yeah, yes. So पापा कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा. Are you there?
yes, yes.
कर दिया है.
I said, okay. You're happy with the response.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I think by and large,
Hmm.
it's been a favorable response.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
thrilled.
Yeah. But like father, like son, what took you so long to, follow in his footsteps? I mean, like, of course, you're still very young, but compared to the, age at which star kids actually make their debut.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I have been acting in Bombay since 2017. I was 24 then. I've been doing stage. This film came about. Before that, I was studying theater in America.
Hmm.
This film came about 2020, just before lockdown. We had Sid sir and we had met, and this was locked in. Then we started shooting 2021. We finished end of 2021. Then, of course, Yashraj had a big lineup, so it took a little bit of time. But I mean, otherwise, I've been around. So I don't know.
So, and also a rather underwhelming kind of a launch for a star kid, with the film just came, and there were no promotions before it. I mean, was that conscious?
Well, I mean, again, I leave publicity and distribution to people who know it better than me.
Okay.
Yashraj, Netflix, obviously have been doing this for very long, so they know what works, what doesn't. Every situation is different. So I mean, in that sense,
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, no, also honestly, in that sense, I like adhere to their better judgment. They know these things better. So whatever they think is the correct way of going about it, we do that.
So I'm assuming that, prior to working in this movie, Mr. Amir Khan must have been your role model. We all look at him as Mr. Perfectionist. But after working with Jaideep Ahlawat, has there been some kind of a shift as well?
I've actually never worked with my father.
Oh, yeah, you know, but we all see it. Yeah.
So, barring one family play we had put up for Mansoor Sharan's 60th birthday, which is a little bit of a skit. So I've actually never worked with him as an actor, at least. Jaideep sir obviously is fantastic. It gives you a lot, especially in the scenes that we were doing together. There's a the graph of the characters built together. I think it was lovely. It was a great process, especially with Sid sir and Sneha, who was a writer who also wrote the dialogues. She was also very, very helpful. Uh, but yeah, I mean, with Dad, we've not really worked together.
So you'll reserve the judgment for him. But any lesson,
Yeah.
any one lesson that you may have learned from this fantastic actor, which will stay with you forever?
Oh, Jaideep sir.
Yeah.
So many. No, he has a looking at characters that I would never have imagined. When I had first read Maharaj, I never thought Maharaj could be played like this. So it was, yeah. So when we started crafting the scenes and like I had never imagined it like this, and it was working. It was turning out so well. It was lovely. It was lovely. He has a certain understanding of character and a certain that is something to aspire to.
So the internet is definitely going gaga. I mean, like the social media response to you in particular is phenomenal. But critics, I would say, not. It's like so. How do you process that?
Well, I mean, nothing is liked by everybody.
Yeah.
Critics have had a little bit of a mixed response.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, film is a art form, a commercial art form, and different people have different views and different takes. And I think the entire point of cinema is that all views are valid. So great, and we'll try and do our best every time.
And any offers lined up now that this one has come out?
Well, I have a couple of films. Producers have not announced them yet, but there's one with Amar Khan Productions, which I finished shooting. There's one with Phantom Films that I am currently shooting in Delhi right now shooting. So there are a couple of things. I'm on stage again on September 1st at the NCP Experimental Theatre. So keeping busy.
Keeping busy. And stage and cinema, both will remain your love?
Yes, for sure.
And
for sure.
any thoughts on that? You wish you had a more conventional kind of, lover boy, typical lover boy. Of course, you romance two girls here in this one as well. But a typical lover boy debut and in theaters?
I mean, I don't really look at films in genre so much. It was a really exciting story. I really like Sid Sir's work in the past. So I mean, it felt like an exciting project to do, so I did it. So it's not really about the genre. It's more what excites you at that moment, I guess. And again, even in terms of distribution, those are for producers and distributors, whether to come in theaters. That's a science that I know very little of, so I do not have an opinion. As long as people see it, you can watch it anywhere, right? As far as I'm concerned, I want people to watch it, whether it's in theaters, whether it's on television, whether it's
certainly being consumed more right now.
Yeah, so that's the producer's problem. It should remain that.
Okay. No. So what is actor's problem?
Oh, I mean, the actual performing of it, right?
Yeah.
Pick scripts that are exciting, do parts that are fun, work with cast and crew that is supported. Like Maharaj was so much fun shooting. It was so much fun shooting. Everybody made the film with a lot of love. I mean, even beyond like Sid sir and Jaideep sir and Shalini Sharwari, even like crew-wise, it was The crew-wise, it was like a very, very enthusiastic
Family.
shoot, a very charged bunch of people.
And Mr. Malhotra, when you have a seasoned actor on board, and then you have a debutant, of course, who comes with a lot of acting in his genes apart from his theatrical background, does your approach change? The question is from Mr. Malhotra.
Has my approach changed in terms of?
I said in terms of when you have a seasoned actor like Mr. Elawat, I am sure, who needs no prodding.
I have the graphic of my film clear of how I want each character to act and to perform. So that's very clear in my head from the word day one. So between me and Sneha, who wrote the dialogue, we were very clear. We've gone through almost 70, 80 narrations. Vipul, me, Sneha. We'd done enough of narrations before even coming to them and narrating the film to them. So we had a certain tone and characterization and personality in mind for even a Vaibhav Tatwavadi who played Bhaudaji Lad for one scene. It was all clear in our head. We knew I still know the tone of each character. So what we needed to get from Junaid, we worked. We actually sat with him for almost 6 months to a year, every day in that lockdown to ensure with Sneha to get the tonality, to get the right lehza. And with Jaideep sir, it was always a process to find the tone of Maharaj. Like with Sharvari, she sat down to get her diction right because she has a Kathiawadi accent in the film. Shalini has a different accent. All of them have, if you go into the details, they all have a certain dialect, which is very, very distinct. But these are really in minute details which we've gone into. That if people pick up, they pick up.
But what would you say about Junaid as an actor, as a director?
I'm very proud of him. It's his first film. He's a very sincere and honest performer. And he's someone who's very, very hardworking. And he's done that. He's put in his best into the film. And the fact that people are loving him and applauding his performance today, and like you only mentioned, the social media is going ablaze with that. That is my victory.
And but how tough it is.
I'm sorry.
Last question. Yeah. Okay. So, can I see him? Yeah. Hello. Yeah. So how this question is for all of you actually. How tough it is to recreate a period.
It's very tough. You've got to get the world right. You've got to get the clothes right. So it's teamwork, and you've got to be padded with the right technicians, and that credit goes to Aditya Chopra, the producer. He padded me with the right DOP, with the production designer. So bringing the right crew and the cast, supporting cast is half the world, half the battle won. A film like this, when you're talking about 1862, went through 1.5 years of research of every single detail, which hopefully the making will come and you all will see. So getting those details right was very, very important for us.
And as actor, Mr. Elawat?
Yeah, but I think the most of the part has been done by the writers and the people around you, the costumes, the jewelry, the look design, the makeup, everything. I personally as an actor don't need to worry about that because they are experts to make you that person. As an actor, I'm sure Junaid is also agree to it that my job as an actor to make all those efforts made by the entire cast and crew just to convey the right emotion which are written on the paper, just to convey the right character that was written on the paper. Everything else is handled by so many people actually.
Yeah,
But at the end of the
mostly
day,
for
actor
period.
is the mirror of that emotion, no? It's like...
Sorry?
At the end of the day, actor is the mirror of that emotion, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. No? That's what I'm saying. Everybody's hard work, they show through us. So it's our duty to make it more. That's what I'm saying. I always say this. Make it more believable for the audience. If you're wearing something, make it that you own it. That's how you wear clothes every day. So that's the idea, to make things believable. It should not look like cardboard things.
Mm.
They get alive with you. That set, those lights, those costumes, they got life with you.
Mhm. And Junaid, any thoughts on this?
Yeah. No, for me, it's for period pieces, it's mostly the costume
Okay.
and the dialogue. I mean, these are the two big ones.
Okay. So in your
I mean,
mind, you don't
obviously,
have to
technically, there are
travel
lots
back.
more.
In your
But
mind,
for
you
an
don't
actor,
have to
you're
travel back.
sorry.
I said in your mind, you don't have to travel back to 1862, it is.
Well, I mean, if you can make the clothes your own and the words are supporting you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mostly just that, right? I mean, for me, the two big ones. Obviously, technically, they're the for the film, there everything has to, like your lighting, your production design, everything has to blend into it.
Okay. Okay. Congratulations to all of you for
Thank
enjoying. I mean, I hope you're having a great party to enjoy its success. Though, of course, here the success cannot be measured in box office figures, and the viewership numbers will come in later. But yeah, it's creating the right buzz. So Maharaj is creating the right buzz. Thanks to all three of you and many more. Thank you so much for your time, and
Thank you.
pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank
Thank you.